Hello there everyone, and welcome back to more Total War Warhammer. I have finally conquered the last of the settlements over on the southeastern region, and it's all under Clan Moore's banner. And as a result, stage 1 of my grand plan is now complete. I just now need to fortify and build up these civilizations to, hopefully, have them sustain the rest of my war efforts. It really is just these dwarves that are a bit of a pain. Although it's really because they just don't want to they actually don't want to come up here and fight me, is really what the boring factor is. I might just ignore them entirely, as I'm already kind of benefiting from an under-empire, under-city from them. And then other than that, I think it's time to make preparations to move towards Classic 8 Peak. And it's going to be a bit of fighting without a doubt. But we still have some other opportunities available to us, as I don't know what to expect on the Dragon Isles. We have some ruined settlements here which could be Skaven oriented. Skaven could be settled here for all I know, if I'm remembering how that actually works, that mechanic. And I don't want to worry about going westward. I'm just going to use this to branch out my Undercity Empire. Outside of maybe getting my, Warp Shard Armor and Dwarf Gouger. I think those are the two items. Yep. We're going to have to work towards that, and thankfully, well, let me just double check the location. One of them is relatively close to where I need to go, although apparently I have a respectable chance to succeed on that. And what about this one? I have a good chance of winning that as well, but I have to take a bit of a detour, which thankfully is not a big deal, as I do have military access. I should be able to stroll on through there relatively well. It's just, again, the dwarf settlement down here, which I'm content to ignore for the time being. And probably what I'm going to do, just to avoid hurting my relationship with the tomb guards, I'm just going to sack and raze this city to the ground as opposed to settle there, since that would cause a bit of corruption which probably would make them unhappy. And in its place, I'm going to put an under empire there. Without anyone's knowing, here's hoping. That is the plan. I just need a turn for Queek to regenerate, and then he can make his way back up here, and we can finally work towards reinforcing and upgrading his army. Otherwise, I don't know what happened to the savage orcs that were harassing me. I think I want to trust you to dealing with our orky friends. And as soon as I declare war, they're going to want to come up here too, since they already have an army. With that said, I kind of want to harass them a bit with my assassin. They have chariots, they have trolls. Ooh, pump wagons. Okay, interesting. I will need to keep an eye on them. What's their grand strength? Their strength 25. So declaring war on them could be risky until Queek gets up here at least. And otherwise, who else needs to move? Without a doubt, I want my engineer in that army, ideally, which I thought I did. I thought I put you in that army. I'm a little bit shocked that you're not in the army still, but okay. Queek, you need to move. Assassin moved. And okay, we're all good. Actually, I know one thing that I kind of forgot about. The Temple of Skulls, I want taxes on you again. And that will heavily feed my Warlock Master, which I think I'm going to get pretty soon to help deal, or at least be the one who's going to fight the dwarves for me, as that's going to be a lord that's going to be managing a ranged type army, if I could get all the buildings and necessities for it. That way, I could play around with different types of armies, and see what I like about the Skaven. Ooh, ambusher discovered. Oh, it's way up here, isn't it? They're busy fighting each other, and I'm gonna have to make my way up there pretty soon, at some point. Nurgle's Rot, which I don't take kindly to, but it just slows down my growth. Not too terrifying on its own. And Queek, you are basically fully regenerated. Now, we can start moving back up north. This may very well be a bit of a more quieter session, since after all, Queek is out in the middle of nowhere with no adversaries to fight, and And the dwarves are not likely to come up here anytime soon and fight me, the cowards that they are. It's a bit unfortunate. And this is my main capital. It is a question... in all honesty, I could just buy these because they still give me income and they'll pay for themselves over time. It just... I am seriously wondering what would be good structures to grab. Either way, that's not a big priority for the moment. I could pretty much grab anything I want and I'll be golden. It can't really go wrong. It's just how much I initially have to put into it. Like, this increases growth quite a bit, which could help with enhancing everything. Income from all buildings in this province, that sounds useful. We'll see. I will definitely have to think a lot on how I want to optimize these. And I can go and fight them right now, but let's get you embedded. I don't know where the rest of their army is, but they're pretty strong, without a doubt. And I'm waiting for you to reach level 4 is what the plan was, as that unlocks a lot of the main things I want to get. But we can upgrade you. That's good there. Do I hold off a turn or two before going over here and brazenly trying to declare war and crush this settlement? In all honesty, it looks like they would declare war on me in any moment. So why not make the first move in all seriousness? I'm not against that. They already don't like me as is, I just gotta be mindful of where their armies are, in case they decide to jump me. As the only thing I really have going for this army is of course my heroes, and a bunch of rat ogres. Everything else is kind of just fodder at the moment. Although slingers can be useful, they don't have the benefit of attacking and moving though. And let's see, assassin. Again, they already hate my guts, so I should try just cripple them. And they can go across the mountains too, so let's not get too carried away. But I do want to watch what they're up to. Just in case. I could strike them next turn, but if they do anything sneaky, I can jump them that way still. Now, let me have a look at settlements. 3 turns for you. Let's see, you'll take a few turns for growth. Hey, ooh, we have this. What are you? Ooh, Golden Tower to Gods, a lot of money. Yes, please. Increase research rate and income increase. That is definitely worth having. I thank you kindly, my lizard friends, who are no longer non-existent, basically. And again, I do wonder what the heck to do about our dwarven friends, but I already talked about that enough. I'm going to make a rage army, and this will give me an opportunity to check how powerful they can be at range. As what I understand from multiplayer is Skaven are probably more defensive oriented because they have such prominent range firepower. In all honesty though, that probably would not fit the style I want to go for, but at least giving it a try will let me see the difference a little bit. Never mind the fact I am kind of missing a little bit the key components I need for more aggressive play. The rat ogres I'm going to have to learn how to abuse. The doom wheel especially is like one of the key things, playing with chariots, and I don't know how the doom flayers are, if I'm completely honest. And I don't know how I feel about the Hell Pit Abomination. I personally don't care for it, but Census Bears are going to be fun as well. There's a few key units I need, and let's see, Death Runners could be fun assassin type units, but I don't think they fit. I think I like the Gun Runners and Night Runners more just because they have that range attack available for them. Otherwise, I have a lot of money, but let's actually build up my creds first before I worry about getting a new hero. Research unlocked. Now I have every incentive to get a nice high loyalty warlock in. And now, with that research, that's the wrong thing. I now can start improving my rat ogres to probably be something really useful. Why can't I access you yet though? Oh, I need to get all this stuff too. And that, Alright, that's a buff for Plague Priest, so eventually I'm gonna need Virulent Plans. Never mind the fact that it increases my food, so I can't really say no to that, can I? I just lack the structure currently. Which hopefully will be corrected pretty soon. Recruit rank for Gutter Runners and Night Runners. I did talk about how useful they could be. It's just 8 turns feels a little excessive. So let's focus on the Rat Ogres, as I'm planning on getting some of them for Queek. And that buffs the 4 that I currently have too. Now, with that said, let's crush this settlement, make our allies happy as a result of that, and then expand our Ender Empire as a bonus. I don't think I care about the repercussions, as if they really want to, if they had the means, they would probably already declare war on me. Let's be honest. They're just probably too busy fighting the Khemri. Oh, they actually are the Khemri. Alright, so I don't feel too bad mixing it up between Khemri and Tombguard then. But I will join this war and I will help backstab them in that case. Although, not going to be a fair exciting match, so not really going to be exciting to watch. We're going to skip through this. But I'm going to put some serious effort into practicing with the Rat Ogres. Alright, so as we suspected, pretty much a complete stomp. No one really doubted otherwise. And again, I think I was a little bit too I acted too early with my Rat Ogres, mainly because of the extra speed that they have. But of course, considering how one-sided it was, I didn't really have the convenience of waiting at the same time. Expand Under Empire, I'm going to do that. That way, hopefully, my allies won't hate me for spreading corruption, ideally. That will put them in a better mood, if nothing else. But now, we're at the point of no return. I have committed to my war effort, and I am honestly wondering how I would use you as a leader. Would I get you the Rat Ogre mount? It actually could be a lot of fun just to play with the Bonebreaker, but that's not until level 12, and I'm wondering what would be good to combo with that. Let's see, extra growth, that's for... Oh, all regions get an income bonus. All provinces get +2 growth. Okay, interesting. Increase the effectiveness of heroes. Alright. And what is this? Just upkeep. But I'm not really going to be using Skaven Slaves, but the replenishment rate sounds really good. Unfortunately, Skaven Slaves are not really necessary unless I'm going to go for a lot of lords and different armies, which in all honesty is not a terrible idea, as I really do detest the idea of just deathballing around with a doom stack, or whatever the term would appropriately be called. So I can see real value in having Skaven Slaves with a lot of different lords. The only problem with that is I'm suffering an I'm heavily increased upkeep cost because of the extra lords. That's probably the only reason why that strategy is not really sound, unfortunately. Even though I like the idea of just having more lords just so I can cover all my bases. Because you never can tell when another horde's gonna spawn in the middle of my territory after all. Like with what happened with the Savage Orcs. I would like to avoid that again if I can. Now, what other spells would be good? I got some good value out of Death Frenzy, I want to argue, but then again they were all clan rats. Probably not a good testament there to its effectiveness. Otherwise, yeah, we'll just focus on your spell power, as I don't know exactly what I want this lord to specialize in terms of army. Maybe more as a leader role, to kind of enhance their leadership and effectiveness. That sounds different, at least, compared to Queek, who's all about damage. Now, I declared war. I'm going to assault units, and there's a good chance of it, too. Is the 13th scheme still going, though? I am trying to figure that out. Yep, so that explains why I had such a good chance of success there. And normal food levels. Yeah, and I should be continuing to increase game food, which is going to be really nice in the next few turns. Ideally, even though my one right is kind of expired for the additional food growth. Supply lines, oh yeah. That's all fine. And this is for my assassin. Max out assault troops. We're just going to hinder these guys, and at least punish them for even considering coming over to my territory. Now, where's Queek? I want to maneuver you some. Get you up here towards replenishing your army. Even though, sure, I could do global recruitment. But I'm heading this way regardless. And it's cheaper as a result, I think, too. Well, I can do global only if I do in camp. And sadly, I did realize I lost one of my plague monks completely. I am now a failure of a Total War player, letting a single unit kind of die on me. Which is fine, I'm going to be cutting out some players regardless, or some units. Probably, more realistically, give them to my Warlock, some of the Skaven Slaves, and Clan Rats. But I'm definitely going to have to cut something there either way. I just need my food growth to continue growing. That way I could get more income, as it's going to take a little bit of time before I can really benefit off the growth, and public order is going to need to be managed too, which thankfully will be corrected from the tower alone. How are you? I'm getting growth from you, that's useful. Public order is just where it's at, it's not moving. Let's see, you increase public order, don't you? So I might as well buy that. Even though I'm almost completely broke, let's keep that in mind. I should not splurge too terribly much, as I spent that money well that I had stockpiled. Now I just need to get that surplus again in case of emergencies and, of course, for my next scheme. And I get 100 gold a turn from this alone, which sounds really nice. I'm seriously considering this, but yeah, I'm seriously considering this, as I don't think I'm going to be using this as much of a stronghold. And I don't have the funds, apparently, too. That's another factor, I guess. So let's get that money building. Yeah, it gives me a stronger garrison. And in 28 turns, that'll pay for itself, at least. I just gotta... I'm gonna have to go on a bit of a budget to stockpile that gold up. Especially if I'm going to get an extra lord and, again, upgrade units. Alright. Nothing too exciting going on. All the dwarves are getting more powerful. Which means I'm gonna have really potent adversaries up near Krasik 8 Peak. And again, I did talk about having to set a budget, which I'm probably going to seriously do, which means, as a result of that, my assassin is no longer going to harass them until they take offensive action against me, since I'm burning 500 gold there. So we're going to save up some of that. Oh, the settlement's still here. I thought I crushed that. I wonder if... I'm a little bit worried about raising it now. With victory in this battle may cause your lord to gain loyalty. Alright, that's fine. I wasn't expecting them to keep the settlement, so I'm going to completely crush it. Which may cost me my under-empire, to be fair, but I didn't invest anything in it. Alright, so let's try this again. I can raise it, and the settlement is torched. What is it? Just sack it? Yeah, I'm just gonna raise it. There's no reason to keep it, and get it a little bit of food. Yeah, under empire's destroyed. That's kind of what I was wondering. It seems really weird to attack a settlement, do nothing to it, and set an under empire under it. You figured the AI would, or the enemy would have realized something was fishy going on, right? That makes no sense to me otherwise, to just do absolutely nothing to their territory. Outside just reduce public order. It feels that way. I don't quite understand it, which is part of the reason why I thought it would raise or get rid of the settlement entirely there. Mistakes on me, although again it's a question, how do I build up my lord? As, again, I don't want to go this route unless I know specifically what I want him to build towards or what kind of army I want him to have. As there's no way I'm going to be leveling up all of these. I think we already know that. It's going to be tricky, which is why I'm just going to worry about some of these other traits for the time being. Maybe I focus more on him managing the global map instead. Recruitment costs, Inca. Let's see, reduce untainted, maybe something. I could give, maybe I can have him be a logistics lord. Maybe not a good use for him, but it's a use for him regardless. And this is my chieftain who I was planning on having be a defensive powerhouse. He just might not be needed for a logistics lord like I dubbed our poor guy. Either way, we'll get elusive, extra armor will be good. Power up the engineer. It remains to be seen what I'm going to do with said engineer if I get a warlock master, as they kind of seem like they go hand to hand together with some of these skills. But, well, it does give me means to use the same spell multiple times, I guess. But that's there's a lot of redundancy there, having a warlock master and then a warlock engineer. I'm not sure what I like, if I'm serious there. But I'm mostly just thinking out loud, for the sake of explaining where my head is at. Let's see, assassins not do anything. All good here. And how are our settlements? Settlements are looking fine, we just need population growth to really take full advantage of it. And next turn I'll unlock level 4. Will I have the money for is the big question. As I only get 10 extra gold a turn. Arguably not worth it. Either way, I am getting a lot of food, it seems like, at the moment. How much of this is from combat? Where can I find that? 5 from the Under Empire, 2 from technology, 7 from captives, which I think is from combat. So I'm getting a lot of food right now. Which means I could probably change some of my commandments to something else on my provinces. Alright. Nothing exciting happened, but apparently I got a breeder for increasing population growth. Although sadly Queek's probably the worst person for that, but I know a logistics lord who might benefit off it. Congratulations there. You are going to be put to good use, I just gotta find the right follower. Where are you? Switch you over. You're going to keep an eye out on our dwarven friends. You're going to benefit from the magical resistance, although that's not really going to help you against the dwarves, let's be honest. And let's see, armor fortune or plus 20 armor. I think this is ultimately better all around, and of course plus 20 armor is more specific to what I'm going up against. And you could take the, let's see, you have Crown of Command, what does that do? Makes you unbreakable. And, oh, it also buffs allies in the area, which sounds useful for someone like you. But I like the idea of giving you fear. Everyone fear our almighty logistics lord. Watch as he manages to, he admins his way in, admins you to oblivion, basically. Having to deal with the administration and the taxes and all that. It's a terrifying thing to behold, isn't it? Now, I don't care about you. You just watch our goblin friends. Get more food. Because why not? Although I have plenty of food now. I want to get my construction going up here though, and I have a lot of slots to take advantage of. I'm just not going to have the money for it. Let's see. I have warp fire throwers. Rattling gunners are available to me. Now, what was the other one I was gonna get? I cannot build... Oh, I don't have the money. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit of a problem getting the cash for all this. And getting the extra gemstones doesn't really help me, does it? It's kind of pointless. I need more money. I think I need to start raiding is what's going on. Which is something I probably should have really considered there with my lord. When I was busy sacking the goblins. Either way, we're looking all good here. You could theoretically still start sacking. I just gotta snoop and see where they are. I want to see where they're at. Just to make sure I'm safe. I don't think I'm gonna worry about the settlement yet. I just want to raid and pillage and burn everything to the ground. Ideally. And which assassin is this? This is my overpowered assassin. So let's continue with that theme of making him really good at murdering. Weapon strength and then a little bit of melee attack. Even though, again, I'm probably going to have him be supporting a lot. Ideally. It's going to be tough to get everything built up. I need more money for that, but the raiding should help. Well, this is amusing. Another critical failure from our silly goblin assassin. And as a result of that, I am getting bold or getting fortunate with this guy. I don't see any downside to this. Although, I still want to keep my budget sound as I got a lot to spend all this money on. But now I could continue raiding. But before I do that, let's see what we can do about this little bloke. And odds are not in my favor. But he's only a hero. I'm not scared of him yet. And this is the main capital? No, it's just one region. So I should seriously consider sacking that or raising it. Probably sacking would be better, but I want more money. And this helps in getting me said money. I just gotta be mindful of where they might attack from. As clearly I don't see him up here yet. And Queek needs to be nearby in preparation for if they come after me. But we're almost there. Queek is back in his main territory to start buying troops. And I want more food without a doubt, but I'm kind of good on food right now. There's just not much need to actually build these up yet, is there? So I'll leave them be until I have reserve cash. As we know the more important thing I want to get. But even that's going to take some time. Extra income, that I'll definitely get. That'll help supercharge my economy quite a bit. Sadly, it burns all my cash, though. And how cheap are these? I could throw some of these in as kind of like... give me a little bit of cash before I replace them, but I don't like that idea. At the moment. Everything else is built up. I think we're good. Although I did not pay attention to the public order all that much, but I think we're doing fine still. Regardless. Alright, I am liking this food growth so far. Although I'm going to be overwhelmed by the growth pretty soon. It's the main thing to note. And is there a way I can reduce construction costs, which helps some. But none of these really increase my wealth for the moment. And in 2 turns I'm going to be able to upgrade this to level 4. Let's keep that in mind. Yeah, nothing that really helps with wealth here all that much, from the looks of it. So I'm gonna need to really think of what I'm gonna get. I need another 500 for that. What else do I want to get? I already technically have access to rat ogres. What were the buildings I was thinking of getting? Let's see. Unlock the engineers without doubt, and that eventually will give me doom wheels and flayers. I think I'll need an actual pox cauldron because I have that only in a level 3 settlement. I can't get access to senseless bears as a result of that. Otherwise, having one of these Den of Secrets will eventually be ideal, as one of my cities only has me up to gunner runners right now. But I'm fine with that for now, since I should not need the depth runners for what my current army composition is. They basically will be. The gunner runners are going to be the only ones that are my ranged combat units for the moment, until I unlock the construction caverns. This gives me income. This is definitely worth it, and I should have enough money to get the construction caverns as a result of that. Now, anything else I want to build, with that said, that ideally gives me more money. That'll give me the 5,000 I need still. Just not enough for Queek is the main thing to note. But it's good wealth. Public orders dropping here. I do need to keep an eye on that. And what else can build? Nothing really anything else at the moment. Public orders good there. Actually, is everything taxed currently? Yes, they are. So I probably did everything I could currently. And Queek, I guess we're going to hold off on the Warlock for now, but who do I cut? Skaven Slave for one is out, although I already have room for units, let's be honest. And I would love to get the Council Guard. I'm not going to lie. Since I don't need the assassin for my bodyguard anymore, and he can continue to do what he does best. I'm not going to have enough money for the construction cavern yet, but again, I'm saving that for my Warlock Master. The higher priority is just getting Queek his essential upgrade. And the Council Guard seems like a perfect addition. Now, I need a little bit of money for the rat ogres, and I do have the night runners, but I would like to upgrade to gunner runners, but I think we're okay for now. And I should get another plague monk, and that will, yeah, I'll get another plague monk and that will max me out, and then I'll start replacing clan rats for actual units that I want to get, which would be the Doom Flayers. Run for Moors. That'll still be a few turns, though, before I get access to it, but Queek will be relatively close to benefit off the Doom Flayers at least. Actually, with that said, let me get my assassin to hop out so we can see what our dwarf friends are up to. Ideally. And I'm just realizing, I don't have the structure I need for benefiting off these exotic animals, am I? Although I can get rid of the Pox Cauldron easily enough. As again, I have means to upgrade an upgrade version, and that will give me a bunch of money back. I think that's a good compromise. I would like to try and kill you. I don't have the money anymore, and the odds aren't really to my liking. And I would like to raise that settlement too. Bow to me. And interestingly, I can attack it too. Which I'm gonna do. Good. I'm more content to just raise it to the ground to deny them their province bonus, if they're even using that. But this will be a nice simple fight either way. Alright, that felt a little bit better. Although I do gotta get used to the Rat Ogre's speed, as they were a little bit slow this time. And a little bit distant. But what can I sack? I want to raise it to the ground now, as much as I would love to expand the Under Empire. This is a good opportunity for it, to be fair. But if I can attack one of their other settlements, that would serve me better than being stuck wedged along this corner, I think. I would argue at least. Scribe for extra movement, I like that. Only big downside is I'm no longer... Yeah, I'm no longer pillaging because I'm no longer in territory that benefits off it. But I'll take all the extra levels. Extra looting from settlements. Maybe instead of being logistics, I could have him just be a raider. Although this is looting settlements. I would love something that increases the effectiveness of his raiding. If I were serious. But I'm not seeing it here regardless. He is currently going to be looting a bit. So I'm going to go with that there and harass over here. Might be better use out of him.
Should kill when get chance.
Now you're going to get Foe Seeker. Which just increases your movement actually. I don't think Foe Seeker benefits you very well. Outside maybe the increased vigor, since again, you would make a good bodyguard. Gives you extra defense, hit points, speed. Yeah, for the role I have in mind, that may not be the best for you, but it does unlock additional tiers of skills for you. Which I think is still worth it. Now, Howling Warp Gale would be fun for air units, which I've yet to fight, really. As their higher tier. This is direct damage. It weakens enemies. I still don't understand what it means by single combatant and single unit though. At least it would serve him pretty well in this army. It is pretty damn expensive though, good god. Yeah, these spells are both pretty damn expensive, so I need to be careful of that. It's a little bit different than my Plague Priest, after all. You just stay there and do your thing. Who's next? Queek gets a level up, interesting. He gets his trophy heads, which he won't be using until his next fight, but I can get another unit and I have the money for it now. So let's get... Oh, I just demolished that and he's in the wrong spot to be fair, so he can't get his Plague Priest yet until I head up to the northern regions, but I do want Rat Ogres. So let's get rid of the extra Skaven Slave. One more. Do I get a third? I don't have the money for it for one, so I don't think it matters until next turn. Alright, spiky whips. Ooh. That could be useful to get everyone positioned. I will happily accept that. And let's see what our friends are doing down here. For some reason I've been really terrible about ignoring these, haven't I? As the extra money would definitely be welcomed. Maybe not worth it going tier 2 or tier 3 for a price, mind you. As I don't think, it doesn't look like I can actually trade. Unless it's with another Skaven faction. Which sadly I kinda killed them off, didn't I? Oopsie. Either way, get rid of one Spear Clan Rat. Get ourselves one more Rat Ogre. And I would like to say this is a nice upgrade to Queek's army. 3 Rat Ogres. The Storm Vermin, or yeah, the Storm Vermin Council Guard. And I do need another Plague Monk, which I'm going to have to remove one more spear for, I think. I don't have much defense against large armies. I say that as I'm looking at the halberds, which are kind of meant for that too. So I think I'm okay, but I definitely need a little more specialist. I need to refine a little bit and figure out what I'm weak against. Especially as all the factions start getting teched up a bit. So you're fine there. Settlement's got upgrades available. And I have a nice wealth of food right now. Arguably, I have too much food. So what the hell can I do with these commandments now? Besides increase public order, which probably is not bad. Cut down on the food production a tiny bit. Expansionist planning, be good for you. Next turn I can get that. Let's just be smart about how I spend my money though. And what can I buy? You're relatively cheap. You give me 80 income, or 100 income I suppose. I get my money back at 5 turns, which I'm okay with, and increases growth. I don't think I'm going to go any higher tier though, as I think I'm going to replace you is what I'm trying to say. This increases growth when I buy it, but I'm not in a rush for that yet. I'm okay leaving them be. And I can upgrade you to tier 2 for the bombers and the rattling gunners, which are also fun, but I want to get the real units to Queek's army. In all honesty, getting that third rat ogre is probably a mistake if I'm going to get Doomflayers pretty soon. I actually am thinking against that for that reason alone, as I'm not going to have very many buffer units at that point in my clan rats. Once I get rid of my spears, I'm only going to have 5 frontline clan rat fodder, expendable as they are. I don't know how I'm going to get any more 200 more gold though, unless I could fight something for money. Why are you're taking dang attrition damage and I don't like it? Barren Wasteland. Fun, fun. Oh well, I got no choice. So far I seem relatively safe. I can ambush, which could be a good way to keep myself hidden. At least for a turn, and then we'll get you to do some more raiding in the meantime. We're good here. We're good here. I, again, don't need food as much, so we'll worry about your public order. I could upgrade you. I'm really tempted to. How much is that going to cost me? All my money. Although I can't really spend that just yet either, so we'll hang on that for now. Alright. Not a lot exciting is happening, but then again, considering I'm kind of dealt with all my war efforts, there's not really a lot I can do. Ooh, 500 gold sounds really nice though. I will happily take that. Although your loyalty did drop a bit, which I'm definitely not going to be oblivious, or I'm definitely aware of, is what I'm trying to say. And I need to get a third lord built and ready while I'm trying to build up all this infrastructure too. But in a couple of turns I'll be able to afford Doomflayers, which I'm definitely excited for. That's giving me good wealth of income there, which is nice. I just need to get away with building up more. It's the only problem. And you little stain I don't like, I'm gonna deal with you. Deal with you once and for all, since I have a proper assassin to come and say hi to you. Okay, they're busy. They've been busy, but I have an assassin watching them for this very purpose. So I am not caught off guard by this. And I can upgrade to level 3. I probably should, so that way I can continue to upgrade these more for more money. Let's save up enough to immediately get to tier 2 or upgrade my construction cavern. What do I get you? Well, like I said, all your spell progress is done. Let's make you a combat fighter, shall we? And next level you get Immortality, which I'm eager to give you.
Mighty warrior.
Well, my orky friends have been busy. They just teleported on over here.
Master.
Joke's on them. I was looking forward to this. Now let's start crippling them, if we can get away with it. Sadly a failure. But Queek's already in the area.
Need more trophies. Yes.
Ready to say hello if they want to come play.
Run for Moors.
Now please run away. I don't think you want to indulge me further, although my Plague Priest can't really reach them to slow them down some, unfortunately. So we're left wondering what they're going to pull next.
Thief in the villainous night.
Although sadly I am burning a little bit of money on this as well due to these operations, but
Contract the taken.
I don't want these nuisances. There was a reason why I had these assassins here, and both the dwarves and the goblins decide to act at the same time. And thankfully I don't think this goblin has been doing a whole lot yet. I just want to stay on the edge of the border in case I get an unwanted visitor. And I'm pretty certain my Tomb Guard allies. Well, actually, I need to look at Khemri is what I need to look at. They're the ones who are at war. Great power, actions, so yeah, they like me a lot from all that. Now
It is normal to feel overwhelmed.
support each other if attacked, so we can have a defensive alliance, which is fine. Now that I secured everything on the bottom right outside the dwarves, which are just boring dwarves not doing a goddamn thing, I am willing to help them out. So, and again, I don't plan on going to the desert anytime soon, I'm just going to work around them. Which is fine by me, and their strength is really notable now. I want them on my good side, if I'm going to be dealing with Grimgor and his ragtag group up top. They are very bold. I welcome this, as it is the best of both worlds and something I definitely need to try and strategize around. Being just weak enough that they want to come to me, as opposed to me trying to run them down. They do have a lot of heavy power though. Their front line is almost entirely black orcs. They have some biggins, a couple of nasty skulkers. They are definitely no joke, and we're gonna have fun with them, I think.
Fight it all. Gouger is
Alright, let's
ready.
do this here. Actually, let me have a quick look at what the layout of the map's gonna be. Not that it matters too much, I guess. I'll still get the opportunity to choose my deployment, but looks like there's a high slope here or high slope over here, which I definitely can use to my
Time for
advantage.
things to die.
As they have no artillery of their own, but they do have a couple of chariots and trolls. So thankfully, having these spears are still useful for me. I look forward to this fight. And also, like I hinted already, if I can have my army strength just barely weaker than theirs to kind of trick them to come at me, then I don't have to play a stupid game of cat and mouse. And I am not against that. And only downside is since I'm the attacker, they are kind of able to deploy after I do, is how I think it works. And sadly, there's not a lot of high slope. This is pretty damn barren, which honestly is not really a bad thing, considering my warp lightning. And I'm just wondering, I think they block each other's sight if I have them back like that, right? I don't know if that's actually true or not, but either way, we'll get Queek and that hanging in the back. The Council Guard with Queek. They are going to be fun to play with, and they are kind of my anti-large at the moment. My only form of real anti-large, as I don't think the clan rats can deal with them on their own, but we are going to have them hanging back the kind of in preparation for wherever their chariots go. Although sadly, the AI is not likely to use their chariots properly. The only real downside with trying to practice or use this opportunity as a learning experience. Storm Vermin. I think you're now relegated to kind of frontline duty, basically, as I do have the Council Guard to serve Queek. Although you could defend the storm or the warp lightning if so needed. Plank monks, I think I like you more flanking on the right. I don't know where exactly I want to put the spears yet. Rat ogres are a bit of an unknown, if I'm completely honest, as I don't know exactly how an AI is going to move, but I'm going to roam around with them a bit just in case. And what do I have left? Just the slingers, which they do have chariots. It's not a good idea for me to really go after them until I am away from said chariots. We'll keep an eye on this. So Queek and Chariot Guards are Group 1. You guys are Group 2. I do have an extra group of units, so we gotta keep that in mind. And Warp Lightning's now Group 6. Do I gamble or not? I don't think I need to, as I can greatly increase my recharge. But even if I lose out on energy, I think I could still recharge an incredible amount. There, I recharged quite a notable amount. I'm just confused why it seems like the little mana bar in the back, or magic bar in the back, kind of looks like it's half full now. Only thing that confuses me. Either way, one thing I'm going to do here is just get a look at their army to kind of understand what I'm strong against here. Snotling pump wagons. They are like really weak chariots, but they're still chariots, and they're pretty dangerous. They are also expendable though, and they can sunder my armor. That's up an important note. Orc boys, pretty straightforward. Black orcs, they prefer fighting guys with armor, so keep my storm vermin away from them, ideally. But clan rats and the plague monks, outside the fact that they're heavily armored, should be decent at tying them up. They'll still likely lose, I think, right? Actually, their armor piercing, I think they're ideally want to fight those that are heavily armored. Although they're still going to crush my clan rats without a doubt, is what I'm trying to get at. Ideally, I would love my gunner runners to fight them. Then we have some trolls, which are... How do they compare to my rat ogres? Okay, I have a convenient way to kind of compare. I'm liking this. I have better charge, but weaker weapons, as well as melee defense. So I'm more of a chariot than they are, or at least a shock trooper. I have more leadership, but that could be due to research. Let's keep that in mind. Better speed, which I don't think I unlocked that research yet for my... I honestly can't remember if I completed that for my rat ogres or not. The extra charge bonus. And slightly less health. So ideally I'm better at charging than them is what I'm getting at. Now, more black orcs. Big uns, which are just really durable infantry, aren't they? Yeah, we got boys and big uns. Pretty straightforward then. They are just tougher, more dangerous. And then boys over there. Alright, I know what I'm up against. Oh wait, we're missing one chariot back here, which is Goblin Wolf Riders. Or Goblin Wolf Chariots. They're going to be annoying. Don't know how I'm exactly going to deal with them is a bit of the problem. Warp Lightning could do well. Now, we got chariots over there, or biggins, or boys, or boar boys. I think I want to deal with them. Jeez, what the hell was that there? What was that for my council guard? Good God. Oh, no. Hold. No, dang it. I miscontrolled that some. Fire at the trolls for me, please. And we'll have our spears at the ready here.
Skavenblight's command. Undying loyalty, master. At once. Skaven, yes.
Orc boys.
Attack.
I'm gonna have the council guard at the ready.
Freak.
I'm crippling them nicely.
What?
And they are pretty much braced at the moment. Oh, the stalkers. I forgot about them.
Moving.
I should have done my charge there. That would kind of been nice.
Ready.
That was probably a bit of a downside there, is not doing my charge attack just yet, but where are my rat ogres?
Your lord is fire.
And shoot the chariots down ideally. I am dealing with the boar boys pretty well thanks to spears, but they are going to get flanked, which we can deal with.
Plague priest.
Alright, rat ogres are doing its thing.
Ready. Fight. Attack.
Do your damage. Where's Queek?
Lose your head. Find seek.
I want him to go over there and fight them off while the halberds go in and join and do a flanking maneuver. Actually, let's do more plaguing, as this is a good opportunity for it right now. And these are storm vermin, we gotta be mindful of that. Alright, they're getting crushed, but we are a bit outnumbered. Ooh, warp bomb. Wait, let's hold on to this. I have to sacrifice a unit, which I don't... Considering that I just encountered that on the last moment, I don't think I want to do that yet. Wait, why are you no longer on there? Get back on the warp lightning throwers, please. I don't know what happened there, and that scares me.
Storm burning. Back underground. Agree. Yeah.
Alright, debuff, habilitate. Rat ogres are... Yeah, rat ogres are kind of victorious here, so get them back over. As we need some support over here, which I can use a warp bomb on these clan rats that are kind of suicidal, aren't they? I just gotta find suicidal clan rats. Which probably was not a good choice there.
Plague monks. Forward or backward.
Alright, go over there. Howard's... We seem to be doing okay here.
Yes.
And I forgot my arcane focus, to be honest.
Clan advance.
1 power a second. I want to plague these black orcs a bit. Just gotta be careful, my storm vermin is a bit of the problem. So you guys just regroup and deal with them, or at least protect the warp lightning, ideally. Where is the Lord? Because I have not been paying attention where he was, outside the fact that I know he was here somewhere. Actually, just brace yourself. You should be able to deal with those guys pretty good, and then we deal with the trolls. Actually, I need to start using the hotkeys, but I don't have the mana for the overcharge. So I think we're good here. Clean up. Crush them. Damage them. Do what's needed. Victory is ours. I like to think that was pretty good. I was oblivious to our ability here, to be honest. I'm gonna have to play with that a bit to understand how that works, but it was a nice victory. I'm happy with that. And my plague monks did not get it completely eradicated this time, even though it was looking likely for a moment there. Storm Vermin did decently. The Council Guard did relatively well. I want to look at the damage these guys did. I'm excited. Although, the Arrow Boys kind of avoided a lot of injuries there, unfortunately. But then again, I should have used my Rat Ogres or my Gutter Runners for that, to be fair. I don't think I need to worry about replenishing because I got so much of that buffed up on Queek. But I got so much money too. Or I got so much food, rather. But that was a good exchange. Oh, there's two of them here now. Well, it is a good thing I engaged them when I did. Oh. I got a green version of the warpstone armor, huh? Interesting. Very interesting. Oh, and the research just finished. I was wondering about that. Although, I don't know if I have the health. Oh, I actually did regenerate troops quite a bit. I am looking forward to crushing you. And what about you? Because you're... I can crush both these armies right now, which is going to be amazing. I might not have the health or resilience for it, but I am really excited for this. Although, apparently I did lose a couple of units though, as I'm down to 17 of 20. What exactly did I lose? I know I had the assassin on here, so I'm gonna have to double check, see what I just lost. Oh, I lost the Clan Rat squad, that's what happened. Alright, at least that I can live with. And you're gonna be fun as well. Let's continue this onslaught, shall we? Although, considering the other fight's gonna be more fun, I think I'm just gonna skip through this and see if I have the durability to fight the Black Orcs off. Or their remaining army.
Who dares challenge me? Tell Nordwell of
Now,
victory.
upon going into the battle, I realized what was the other unit I ended up losing. I lost one of my dang Storm Vermin squads, which is definitely a costly loss, as I don't have means to replace them at the moment. And my Council Guard did take a lot of damage there since I kind of had them in a bit of the front line. And it looks like I lost 2 whole Clan Rats worth there. Which honestly does excite me a bit, as that means I am taking some real casualties. These battles are definitely something I'm going to have to take a little bit seriously. Or be much more mindful of. Although, so a lot of my heavy hitters are still pretty damn powerful, pretty damn potent at the moment. I do need to watch that though. Clan Rats are going to be dying left and right, but victory... I think this completely deals with this squad. I'm just wondering if I want the money or not. As I really want to profit off this. Aw, they just escaped. I thought they were completely dealt with. And as a result, I don't think I can finish these guys off, can I? They have 2 full health Black Orcs. I'm going to have to be very careful here. This is going to be troublesome. Which means the assassin...
Quick, always.
Can the assassin... I think I prefer the assassin going in there with my army if I'm serious. And I can replenish my army pretty well too. I don't know what the best choice is here. With good spell use, I probably could still win this though. If I'm so bold to claim. And since I'm due to get a couple more storm vermin, or at least I'm going to get storm vermin soon, I should look into getting the Crimson Guard. This is for settlements, as much as I would like to get that. Recruitment cost reduction sounds great. Let's start putting some points in that. And what about my Plague Priest? More damage, he's immortal. So this is a little bit scary, but I think we can manage it. I'm just going to lose more clan rats in the process. It's the only problem, but I am getting a lot of wealth out of this.
Mighty warrior champion.
Are they going to actually run away? Okay, now I'm a lot more confident in this fight. And it was actually a lot more tense before when I did the under battle fight. At least it felt like it, although it still told me it was a decisive victory. And this is looking very likely to be decisive as well. I just want to kill that lord off, ideally. Is really what I want to do. And then go from there. Now, I did deliberately deny or skip the one battle so that way we can enjoy this one. Which is probably what I'm going to do. Actually, let me put these banners on properly. My council guard should have the extra leadership buff. And you guys are going to get that one. Let's clean up this rabble, shall we? Although, I am going to have to be very careful for my front line, but I still have all my slingers and gunner runners in good shape. I have rat ogres, and of course my warp lightning thrower, which is going to be useful at killing the trolls off and the dang pump wagon. Although, one thought I was wondering about is maybe I should use Queek to try and go after the black orcs. As since they're kind of like lower troop count and heavier on armor, Queek in theory should be really good at killing them off. And he is basically at full health. I'm just probably not going to have my council guards watch his back. Instead, they're just going to keep an eye on the warp lightning thrower while everything else kind of serves as buffer. I am taking noteworthy damage, and this is an exciting prospect for me. I'm going to have to worry about actual attrition for these bigger scale type of combat. But I have faith Queek can at least clean up this rabble without needing the help of another lord. And upon realization, their snotling pump wagon and all that, and boar boys basically go the same speed as my gunner runners and night runners. And when you factor in the fact that my gunner runners also have the snare net, which theoretically should make it impossible for them to actually chase me down. Once they are close enough, that is. That's the only catch. But I should be free to just harass them in the meantime, as a bonus to that. Alright, Storm Vermin, you hang there. Losing the one Storm Vermin squadron is definitely going to be felt, but I think we're okay. We're going to have Queek with a really strong bodyguard squad in the Plague Priest and the Assassin. And then he's just going to go and wreck all the Black Orcs for me. Rat Ogres, I don't know what I want to do just yet, but I'm going to play around with micromanaging them some by having them separate. Although, having them in control groups is kind of pointless, isn't it? If they're going to be separate like that. Which is something I'm going to have to control and fine-tune a little bit. Either way, let's go. Actually, I don't even need to move up, do I? I got warp lightning throwers to kind of force their hand. Fire at the trolls. Wow. Nice shot. Someone's not getting eaten tonight. Actually, let me just... No, the rotation's kind of terrible here. I'm going to have to fix this manually. Is what this is looking like, and I forgot about my plague mugs.
We move! Move!
They should be alright there. The pump wagon's already running.
Slingers!
And trolls are getting pummeled. Good. Yeah, my slingers are probably just going to be MVP for this fight. Otherwise, I'll just have my clan rats just stall while I continue to pummel the trolls. Come on. Kill those boar boys. Make them squeal. Actually, let me just slow down their damage potential a bit. Yeah, there's their skulkers. Gotta be mindful of them. Boar boys are getting wrecked. I'm fine with that. And Queek and company, you go over here and help deal with these guys. As they're just doing a good job stalling, and let's blow them up. If it'll let me. I think it's because they were created from my ability. That's pretty much why they're not doing that, I think. Yeah, let's go in there and murder those guys while my slingers deal with the black orcs over here. I don't think I'm allowed to blow these guys up, is that it? Yeah. Oh, hit points is greater than 50%. Okay, that explains that. Black orcs are getting wrecked there. Those black orcs are getting wrecked and poked by a billion needles. And I'm doing a terrible job, I realize. I have second rat ogre squad over here. But it's not like I was in a rush to do anything. Go after the goblins, rat ogres, wreck them. Put yourselves to good use. Yeah, maybe that's what happened to my clan rats there. I kind of blew them up and lost them completely. Oh god, fanatics! I forgot that was a saying with the night goblins. They actually did damage to me too, which is even more damning. Now, we're wrecking the black orcs there, that's all good. Trying to figure out where I'm not going to do too much friendly damage. Although, let's just go after these guys. Because the black orcs are being wrecked right now. I think we're golden. This is a nice little route. And our lord's been defeated too. Good, good, good. Black orcs were handled nicely by my slingers. I don't know how exactly expensive the black orcs are, but that feels like a good use of damage there. They definitely got a lot of value. Definitely worth their weight, I think. Because I can't remember how much I paid for these guys. Or even how much they technically are for like a multiplayer battle. But I think that was pretty good. And let's see. Ooh, Queek actually did some damage to the Black Orcs too. Assassin did some damage. Good, good. So they're actually put their weight in. Just not a whole lot of worth. I like to think that was pretty good. The Rat Ogres did work. I just don't know which one that was. I think that was after the Night Goblins. But their lord is dead. I want more money off you, and I'm going to take advantage of that. Sadly, though, yeah, gonna have to get out of the dang attrition. And we'll see what happens with our dang goblins up there. But Queek gets more levels. He's now a superior attacker. Perfect. Confident defender, superior attacker. I like it. This is my assassin, who I think I want to start enhancing his assault garrison. Or I could increase replenishment rate too. But we'll make him like I did with the other assassin. And this is my warlord, who's busy raiding. That's all good. Continue with the logistics, I guess. or at least benefiting on profiting. And how much have they lost gone down in power after these defeats? Strength 84. They are now a figment of their former glory, which means I'm free with scout posts, or was it scout posts, to go up here and maybe raise one of their other settlements. Let's just be careful
Move your tails.
of there being a hostile army to kind of corner me in, though,
Move, march.
since I'm not really replenishing is the big downside while I'm raiding. But we got good money out of it, and I will take it. Now, lazy dwarves, what are you doing? It's pretty self-explanatory, I think. Just being lazy. They have all those troops, but they're not putting them to use. Unfortunately. Oh well. I'm fine with that. That's for help hit abomination, which I honestly don't care for. And I need the volatile plan to access the tech here, which are for my weapon team. Alright, so what's next? Reduce upkeep on Night Runners and Gunner Runners. I think improving them will be nice, especially for Queek's army, as they're probably going to be my main range unit for Queek. Nice, mobile, and efficient for that role. I just need to get access to these other plans, though. Actually, let's go for the higher level. Then I'll worry about the upkeep after. I'm just making sure you're researching, right? I almost felt like I got a cue there first, and I didn't want that. I got a lot of money now, so I have freedom to just upgrade. Upgrade to the Rattling Gunners. Next turn I'll be able to upgrade this to the Doomflayers, which will be great. I don't know how much I actually will need for that, though. Only catch. I get 40 gold from that. It's worth trying to upgrade some. At least a little bit. Even though I was kind of thinking against it, wasn't I? And I'm currently at max food. Life is good for me currently, isn't it? Now, I think this is the last I'm going to build for now to get this leveled up. And we'll see what happens afterwards. What do my goblin adversaries do? The Savage Blow. So this is a buff effect going on. Alright. Plus 20 charge bonus, so that's going to be good for my Rat Ogres. I'm wondering if everyone else is benefiting from that or not.
Do you take me for a wazzock?
It kind of looks like it. Sadly, I don't know what exactly the modifiers are, as it doesn't want to show me, sadly. And I'm left wondering as a result. But dwarves are continuing being boring. And I'm a little bit disappointed. They declare war on me only to do absolutely nothing. I need level 4, so I can't quite get Doomflayers yet. But I can get Plate Claws. I can at least start getting equipment for my, at least, Warlock Master pretty damn soon. What else can I build up? Build you up for slightly more food, I guess. We can build you up to a level 2. And otherwise, I did not pay attention to see what the Goblin Army did. Come to think of it. Oh, they just ran away.
Mine.
I sadly cannot reach them, which is a bit of a shame. But let's hunt them down one turn, because I already got a nice replenishment and I'm ready to kind of push forward. But at the same time, actually the border's right here, isn't it? I can reinforce and still move up a bit. What do I reinforce though? As I can't quite get my Doomflayers yet. I'm gonna ignore the throwers and the catapults for now, as I don't think they're well suited to this army. Although I don't really have a lot of choices. I need to encamp if I want to get higher tier stuff. Alright, we'll leave that be for now then. Just regenerate Queek. And prepare for your next conquest. Dwarf Sing Menaced. What is this? Oh, this is a Doom Flayer. Ooh, I can get Doom Wheels and Doom Flayers if I just keep leveling up. Although, let's have that on top of regular Doom Flayers, ideally. That sounds great, if you ask me. And I can raise this to the ground. What is its strength? That is really damn potent, though. I don't know if I can take that out. Especially since, yeah, it's completely fortified. There are a lot of regular orcs, though, and I do have a wizard to help with that some. Let me just do it like this, maybe. It'll be a couple turns. I don't think I'm gonna kill this anytime soon. But from what I could tell, they really have no army available. You're just a... What the heck are you? Okay, so you're a hero, I'm guessing, even though you look like an actual lord. I'm a little worried about you, but I think I'm safe. I should be okay until these guys start moving towards responding against that attack. We'll do one more turn and then just to see what goes on here. Oh, they're actually going to attack me. You stupid gits. They actually have a big boss though, so they are. This is a pretty fortified settlement. And I'm actually going to get some menace below because I have plenty of excess food. This will help a lot. I sadly don't have any ranged weaponry. I do have slingers, a good number of slingers to deal with their archers at least. I'm gonna have to be very careful of their boar boys. But I do outrun everything else, I think. Yep. So my slingers can do work still, just like with the previous battle. Or previous battles even. And we don't have to worry about... Yeah, we don't have to worry about anything too dangerous for a front line. It's just a question, how do I get the most of out of my engineer, though, with that said? As I do need to have a good look at his spells, if I were to be serious. And after this fight, I am definitely going to need to pull back or replenish my army. I think is ultimately the plan. Actually, I don't need to go so far forward. I think I can kind of force them to come to me instead. Well, as my slingers should be good, I have a bunch of rat ogres to kind of steamroll everything. And I'm going to enjoy that. Oh, wrong group. You guys get Vanguard deployment, but you are not stock. So you will stand out a little bit. And we'll have our slingers in pairs of 2, I think, in case the boar boys go after one of them. And my spears, I want you ready. You're clan rats, but... Yeah, you're just sword infantry. Okay, I was wondering about that. You do not have spears like I was thinking. So I gotta keep these guys handy in case the boar boys become problematic. And I gotta be open-minded about running away with my slingers if it's not looking promising. It's really the boar boys that I have to be careful of. They have the same speed as me, but hopefully my skirmishers can do some work. They're damaging them. And I can flank these guys pretty soon. Actually, let me just move around with my ogres, I guess. Start trying to take advantage of that. Alright, just start attacking the boar boys. See what you can do. Enjoy your damage at least.
For the Vermintide.
Just gotta be very mindful that I might need a little bit of support pretty soon. Hope I didn't. I did not group my units, so let me do that before I forget. Or at least not all of them. Now, let me have a good look at my spells too. I need to know what's good for this type of group. We basically got a horde of units, so... Death Frenzy, if I can guarantee multiple squads getting this buff, would be ideal. Lord included. Let's see, we have Scorch, which is a long, thin line. This is nowhere near as wide as my Pestilent Breath. And 7 mana, causes magical and fire damage, strong against multiple units, but it's weak against armor, so I'm wondering who exactly this is meant for, as my Pestilent Breath seemed like it was more potent. Then we have Crack's Call. This is good against armor. Not really applicable here, and it's incredibly expensive too. Something like that would have been really good against the Black Orcs. Now, this is a spell I wouldn't mind using. It would probably work just like my Plague spell. Use that when they're already in the fight, essentially. And then Warp Lightning, we kind of use that to good effect against the Orcs before. Alright. Let's take what we learned here and just take our time. No need to rush. The Boar Boys are already getting crushed right now. Although they are kind of coming after me right now. So that's what Menace Below is going to be for. Alright, just move. I am getting attacked by archers, so let's keep that in mind. You are slingers, so you should be able to shoot right. Come on, guys, you can shoot. My entire strategy is about murdering these Boar Boys quickly. Okay, trolls there. So get this. Actually, let's go wreck these guys a bit if I can. And ideally, just distract these guys. I like to think my slingers are doing pretty well, but I would be lying in that case. They were doing well. I don't know what exactly happened, but the trolls are getting crushed there. Fine with that. Boar Boys are still taking damage, but they're busy running as well. Sadly, that did not work out as well as I like. It was doing promising, but I couldn't do the damage I wanted against the Boar Boys quickly enough. So I think we need to help our Skaven, or slingers. You guys just run. Oops, one slinger made it off the field, so that's fine. Since all I really want was to keep them alive, primarily. Alright, get in there, get ready to fight. And actually, fight their lord, we'll have the rat ogres deal with everything else, starting with these goblins. Alright, the Boar Boys are being distracted by the clan rats. Perfect. Now, let's overcharge this to try and see what it actually does for one. And watch the firepower. Probably not as worth the worth the damage potential, if I were to be completely honest. But this should hopefully buff a lot of my units and make that Death Frenzy worth it. Alright, go after the boar boys. Give them the support they so desperately need it. And just fight off the orc boys somehow. And that's just a movement buff, isn't it? So, well, Vigor is actually useful for this type of stage of the fight. If I'm serious. Now, the boar boys have been intercepted. Good. They're retreating. Now go rush the other boar boys. I think I finally figured out the rat ogres a little bit. It just seems like they weren't doing a whole lot at first. It seemed like it. Although, we still need... there's still work that needs to be done. And I don't have a lot of mana reserves anymore. Yeah, 1 power for 266 seconds. I don't think I'm getting any more power from this fight. Now, crush the boar boys. And ideally spread out. We're at the point... oh, rat ogres are getting crushed. Alright, get the reinforcements in there. They're not really all that damaging, sadly, but... I think we're still in the clear. I just gotta watch the health of all my units. And you just go after the arrow boys, ideally. Clean up this ruckus. Clean up this mess. I want to kill the Lord, but I don't think I'm gonna get that convenience, am I? Yeah, just attack them and start cleaning up. You are kind of my most important players at this point. That and the rat ogres are actually the most... are gonna win it for me now. Yeah, the rat ogres and the slingers, if I can control them properly, they're gonna demolish the rest of this army. I just gotta watch the health of my at least my more important units. Victory's ours. A hard-fought battle, but a victory I can be proud of. I just sadly cannot stay here any longer. Since this is only a garrison, after all, and not an actual lord and army. So I can easily be crippled if I don't back off. Now it just begs the question, do I raise this to the ground or not? Probably I should raise it, as opposed to gain Undercity Empire. I do want to get that going though.
Hungry clan rats. Let them feast.
Yeah, give me some money. They'll get back to safety pretty soon. Oh, they attacked me. That explains that. I figured I'd conquer that settlement. I'm a little disappointed that I just did not straight up conquer that settlement.
Win battle, or else.
Because aren't I still sieging at the moment? They are crippled. The odds are a little more in my favor, but still. I feel a little bit robbed. Either way. Orc's Bane. That is good. We got some level ups. Yeah. I'm a little annoyed because I'm pretty certain I got the settlement before when they attacked me like that. Or maybe that had something to do with the Lord, maybe? I'm honestly not sure. Melee defense 3. Melee defense 4. Elusive would be better than Blade Shield at the moment. If I were to be serious. Let's continue your defense. Just to help keep your health high. And I don't know how well you performed as a spellcaster. I should have really checked to see what kind of value you were. Either way, there's not a whole lot more to grab aside for just leveling up these spells, I guess. And then we'll see what we do with you next. Let's finish up this turn.
Kill!
As
Death frenzy!
let's see, there's not much else I could do. I am replenished. And next couple of turns, we're gonna crush this
Stinks like a grave.
this faction. We're gonna crush them into dust. There's gonna be nothing left of these orcs or these goblins. I'm assuming this is more of a night goblin faction at least. Either way, immortality is achieved. I like you to have extra speed, but you're also a damage dealer. Let's focus on that priority and quickly check everything else as I have money. And since I am scared besieging you, you should be fine, right? Unless their army comes by is the exception.
Clan needs new, better rulers.
And we'll actually have access to storm vermin here for a change.
Quick will come.
It's going to be nice to actually replace one storm vermin. It's just the question is, do I actually want a storm vermin? Maybe for like a really super powerful army, I guess, but I think I'll start preparing for a new lord. And rubbish pit sounds good for extra income, because why not? So I think we'll leave it at that there. It was quite the episode though with what we gained. We crushed their assault, we sent them packing, and now I'm in position to just take all their territory. I am looking forward to it. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I will see you next time.
Answer to me,